Hi, welcome to Yoga by Janelle. Today's class is day 3 of your morning yoga session workout. So today, if you want to set that intention again, maybe your intention today will be to do no harm to yourself and to others. So go ahead, lock that intention into your heart, and let's get started. For today's class, you will need a yoga mat, maybe your block or two if you feel that you need that to assist you during this class. I invite you to firmly root your feet into the ground. Bring those hands down to your side. We're going to take in a few breaths. You're going to inhale through your nose and exhaling it out. I'm going to inhale again. Exhaling it out. Inhale once more. Draw those abs in towards your spine. And we're going to drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Getting a nice stretch, stretching it out as much as you can. And bringing it back to center. We're going to stretch that left ear towards the left shoulder. And bringing it back to center. We're going to walk those feet out a few inches. And we're going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, arms up once more. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift those arms up. Clasp those hands together at the top. We're going to lean over to your right, getting a side stretch. Taking a couple of breaths. And inhale, lift it back up to center. Exhaling it out to the left. And bringing it back up to center. Dropping those arms down behind your back. Clasp those hands together once more. Draw those shoulders down and back, leaning into a slight back bend. And bringing it back up to center. I'm going to walk those legs out slightly more. Coming down into a forward fold. You can grab your block if you need to use your block to help support in this position. If you're not using your block, hands may go on your shins, ankles, or you're welcome to come to the floor. Walking over to that right foot. Find a position for your hands that best suits your body today. And walking over to the other side. Coming back over to center. Rotate that right hand out towards the right, opening up with that left arm. Your gaze can be upward, your gaze can be down to the ground, especially if you have any issues with your neck. Bringing that left arm back down. We're going to rotate your left arm to the left, opening up the right. Okay, find that gaze that works for you. And bringing it back down to the ground. Walk those feet in. Slowly raise yourself one vertebra at a time, letting your head be the last thing that comes up. We're going to rotate that right leg out towards the top of your mat, stepping through with the left. We're going to go into moving your block first, if you need to move your block out of the way. We're going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and bring your hands to your shins if necessary. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into plank. We're going to go lower it down to the ground. We're going to lift into cobra. Exhaling it all the way back into downward facing dog. Heels should be either on the ground or floating towards the ground. Your head should be down and your chest should be pushing into your thighs. We're going to lift into a three-legged dog, drawing that left knee in to the outside of your left hand. We're going to drop that right knee down to the ground, flatten that toe, and you're going to slowly take your Left hand onto the inner thigh, pushing that left hip out into getting a little bit of a hip stretch. And releasing it. We're going to push back up, stepping that right leg forward, stepping back with the left leg. We're going to drop that left knee down, flatten that toe. Same thing, taking that right hand towards the inside of your thigh or your knee and pushing it out slightly. And release. We're going to untuck that toe. Coming back up, we're going to push back into a downward facing dog once more. This time we're going to lift up that leg, stepping all the way through into your high lunge. You should have your right leg forward. Opening into Warrior Two. We're going to keep that right knee directly over that ankle, tracking between the second and third toe. Lower that left arm down, leaning towards your left, getting a little stretch, breathing air into that right side of your body. Coming back to Warrior Two, we're going to drop that right arm down to your thigh, stretching that left arm up and over. And coming back all the way up to Warrior Two. Straighten out that leg. We're going to come down into triangle pose. You can use your block here to help support yourself. Opening that left arm up. And bringing that arm down. We're going to bend that knee. Coming up into a partial stand. Rotate those feet. We're going to be headed towards our left side. Lifting up into Warrior One. Going to open that up into a Warrior Two. Now, your left knee should be tracking between the second and third toes at a 90-degree angle. The left heel leg should be straight with a 45-degree angle at the foot. Leaning back again, taking a nice stretch on the left side of that body. Back into Warrior Two, dropping that forearm down, stretching that right arm up and over, shooting energy through that hand. Coming back into your Warrior Two once more, straighten out that left knee, coming down into your triangle. And bending that knee, coming back up to Warrior Two, walking those feet in. We're going to rotate that left foot towards the left side, top of your mat, stepping it through. We're going to inhale those arms all the way up. Exhaling it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale those hands down to the ground, stepping back into plank. We're going to come all the way down into chaturanga, bringing it up through cobra. Lower it back down, pushing up into tabletop. In tabletop, you want your shoulders and your wrists aligned and your hips aligned. I'm going to do a couple of cat and cows. You're going to inhale, lower that abdominal region down, exhaling it out. Going to inhale again, and blowing it all the way out. We're going to set back into child's pose. Spread those knees apart, pushing your bottom all the way towards your heels. Walking those hands down in front, resting your head on the ground if you can. Slowly lift your head up. We're going to take your right arm, threading it through the opening between your left hand and your shoulder, bringing that head towards the ground once more. Okay, and we're going to reverse that. I'm going to switch that arm out to the other side, threading your left arm through the opening between your right arm and its shoulder. And coming back up, we're going to come into a seated position. We're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale around to your left, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale those arms up once more. And exhaling it over to your right shoulder. Gaze over that right shoulder. We're going to switch your legs. So bring whichever leg was on the inside by your groin to the outside. We're going to inhale those arms up again. Exhale them over, looking at that left shoulder. Inhale those arms up again. Exhaling it, gazing over your right shoulder. We're going to bring those legs apart, walking it down the center. Walking it over to that right leg. Bring that chest towards your thigh. And walking it over towards that left leg. Again, finding the place that you can hold that suits you. And we're going to come back up to seated position. Take a few moments to relax for a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining me today on day 3 of our 10-minute morning yoga sessions. If you have enjoyed this class, I invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget your intention. Try to make sure that you stick with your intention for the day. You all have a wonderful day.